Hello everyone. We are doing another live. I mean, Tuesday is a really random day, but actually, it is the reason is I have been pushing this live really a lot. Like previous week, I was like, previous week, I was like, I'll do the live previous week. Previous week, I was like, oh come on, dude, I have to do it. But then I couldn't because a lot of phlegm up my nose and a lot of many other reasons, as like a lot of cold calls have been doing and I have been slacking with content, so I also made this thing whereas from today, no matter how bad the content is, I'ma just upload it. That's my final deal. So let's get started. By the way, if you haven't realized, this whole live is about simple. It's pretty simple. It's about funnels. So if you are in any niche, your coaches, real estate, or mostly I don't cover all the niches, but a few niches and we are gonna here discuss that. And this video is gonna be really short because I'm gonna be super fast. And not only that, but it's gonna be an epic video. So yes, this is my screen. Yes, I use OBS. Ignore the leads part. So yes, this is the screen. I think like in the previous lives, if you want to check out the lives, by the I know not many people are checking out the live, but in the previous lives, I have discussed about basically about the learning part, how to apply what you learn, or like few important things and the basics of marketing and email and WhatsApp marketing strategies. So this is number three, by the way, which we are going to discuss about all these funnels. Of course, it might seem a lot, but trust me, it's pretty simple. And let's get started. The first funnel which I want to talk is about coaches, consultant. 1 second. Excuse me. Uh, yeah, I was just checking if I'm visible or not. So the first, excuse me, I'm unwell. Yeah, so the first funnel is about coaches, consultants, and not real estate, my bad, for agencies. No, this is not for every agency, but this is what most agencies used to use back in the then for consulting. I think if used now, this is gonna be really great. But so let's get started, by the way. This is really fun. So of course we will just get with the ads. Of course, the first thing is the ads. So customer watches an ad and then he clicks on the ad, of course. By the way, if you want like a detailed meta ad strategy, I'm not a meta expert. I know a guy who does it. I can just bring him on a podcast and we can just do a crazy podcast on how a person has to get started on meta, when to grow and not why not hire an agency, everything. Yes, amazing person, by the way. If I can bring him, that'd be crazy. And let me know in the comment if you'd want him. But anyway, so coming back to this, the main thing is our landing page, right? So don't overcomplicate this. Landing page is mostly not about design. It's not about how what kind of font you're using, what marketing psychology you're going to use. Keep it simple. It's all about text. If you can convince someone with using words and of course properly set words, there are like a lot of templates, you can check them out. And if you're watching this like probably 3 months after the live has come, then there probably me and my team would have created a what do you call it? Yes, like a list of templates you can use probably. You can just go check that out. But until then, you gotta have to wait because currently I don't think we can do it because we have I am trying to organize a lot of things behind the scenes. There's just a lot. I'll explain everything in detail. Just mainly focusing on content. Anyway, so the main goal is find a template. Whatever niche you're in, currently coach, consultant, and agency. Make it simple. That the headline should explain what you're doing, and the sub headline, and then the text. Like before, if you remember, excuse me, really excuse me. I think I have mentioned, yes, the page content format. Just go with that format with throughout each and every section. So like this is let me just use yes. So by the way, this is one section. Of course, there is a overlap. It's a design thing, and probably like this is one section, and like this is a specific section. I'll get into each of them, and like basically these are all the sections. A sample landing page doesn't have to be necessary. So you wanna sell more using your landing page 24/7. So basically, remember this is the key thing: is your landing page is your salesman. So use it like that. First, the best thing and the first most thing you have to do is get rid of the navigation bar. Yes, if you are selling only one thing, then a navigation bar will be distracting. The only thing a client can, oh, sorry, my bad, a lead can press should be the next call to action. Try to, like, focus them down on just getting them to the next page. Anywho, so this is like, this is usually like what I was saying. Yes, so this is like the basic usage structure. So number one was navigation bar, remove them. Number two is only focus on grabbing attention using for headlines. The only purpose of headlines is to grab attention. Number two is the sub headline will explain the context. That's it. Don't overthink it again. Just that, go with it for now. If you want to do like more copywriting, the best way to learn copywriting is to, do the hard stuff. Like, you are, you know, I would say you are just trying to see which works more. You are A/B testing. There are many tools, like for example, Swipe Pages also has this. I want you to use the A/B testing feature because it will help a lot. Like, if you check out, if I tell you, you won't, I mean, you won't be like, oh wow, this really works, Aditya. So I want you to go to Swipepages or any tool you are using for landing pages, check it out and try A/B testing for once. Just change the, like, the call to action, perhaps change the headline, the first headline, that's enough, because 55% of people I've heard on an average don't scroll past the headline. They either probably leave or click. So just change the headline and or test out different things and it'll work out. So every time you have this thing where, like, uh, you want to try this headline or that headline. If it's a choice, then use both, like Gary Vee says. So anyway, uh, the next thing which I would like to talk about is specifically about this thing. I mean, of course, not many companies can have this, but try to have it. These icons, like, probably might not mean anything, but these are the biggest leverages you can have right now. Your testimonials are currently not that good, don't work good. And the reason testimonials are not working good is because people are trying to fake them. They're gonna writing random numbers. And recently there was this case of like Avadut Sathe, right? He was lying about his numbers, and many stockbrokers lying about everything. So that's the problem. But if you put big company like faces on names, people are like more likely to trust. I mean, of course, people be going to fake that. They are gonna like be able to fake that, but what I suggest is, I mean, don't fake it, of course. That's the first suggestion I would go with. And the most of all is, it's difficult to fake this, by the way. Like, if you're telling, if you're Shopify, some people would actually suggest, like, okay, why not just put a logo there? But then people would know if another company is using this or not. If you're a marketing agency and you market for Shopify and you tell it out loud, people are gonna like grab and, like, be suspicious of it. So, but anyway, if you have company logos and you have permission for them, use it. Use it, and it's going to be like a huge leverage for them. By the way, this landing page does not have many testimonials, but I actually have a structure for testimonials also, which I will get to in a minute. So coming back, another thing, like, okay, navigation bar, headline, sub-headline, call to action, and then the trust, social proof. And number four is I would say transparent pricing, but then this is for coaches consultant. But if we go to like I say, the other funnels like luxury, cart, and real estate have pricing, which again I'll get into in a minute why you should have pricing. But if you are no on a fast sorry, just go with putting the price on the landing page. Anyway, one more beautiful thing you might see here are numbers. Oh God, like numbers are something, are a best another set of social proof. So basically, if you see what a landing page is doing, it's trying to give you the proof that this is gonna work. That's all it does. So what we are gonna do is, like for example, for numbers, you don't have to, of course, get 10 million professionals or all of that because you're not SEMrush. But any number which is shocking in your industry, for example, you're a coach and you're a business coach and you have helped many people generate like crores of revenue, or if you combine all of them, it's crores or even more than crores, then put it here. any unique number. Let's say you are a marketing guy and you've reduced CAC by, like, for example, you're 35%. Put it there. So basically, people mind how it works is they require evidence. And if you can give that evidence, then just give it. And one more thing about evidence is, of course, don't fake it. Another thing about evidence is that evidences are, how do I put this? Like, evidences are like, somewhat of a social proof in a way. And I'm not talking about only, like, you might assume I'm just talking about social proofs in a way where, you're talking about your products, your services, and all of that. Some people actually just use marketing insights and make stuff like that. When I was starting out, like, I was like interning, I was reaching out to, for a few companies to do internship. I used to, like, put like industry data so they know that, I'm well researched. I used to, like, tell them that, this is like, this is how the industry is going, this is what we can do. When you show them the proof that this is possible in any way, shape, or form using numbers, they work like leverage. They really work, and it's really works really, really well. So yeah. Yeah, so numbers do really work. And of course, with the testimony, the structure for doing a testimony is, by the way, the best structure of doing a testimony is first problem. This is, by the way, I'm keeping it vague because, I don't know which industry you are in. So problem, then you, the you thing. Sorry, no, problem. Pinch the problem, the you thing, that means your solution, and then the outcome. So, for example, I'm a business coach who helps manufacturing industries, for example. So, problem. Let's say I used to barely make 30,000 month profit, and I have tried many other solutions. Problem was the 30,000 thing. Pinching them, it is like, tying everything, speaking in terms of your customers. I've tried everything possible there is to do, and I have still failed. So we are pinching the problem and solution. Then I have met Aditya. He's a really great business coach, which I am not, and he has helped me, and he has used his quote unquote system. What is that system? You can put any system to name, so it actually grab not only just grabs attention, but also people can see it as a product. So what I would call it is, for example, growth growth funnel blueprint. Yes, for example, 7-day growth funnel blueprint. And after I have gone through the 7-day growth funnel blueprint, I'm productizing the service, by the way, because coaching in itself can't be like, put in a cage. It's just a teaching, and you can't sell teaching because it's a very unique and different thing. Even if you say agencies, because, we're talking about coaches, consultants, agencies in a way are like selling just services. They are intangible. The way to make them work is to make them tangible, is to give them a name. It's that simple. Just give your product a name and it will work wonders. Because that's why, if you see in LinkedIn or all of this, personal branding is trending because it can be like, boxed. It can be made tangible. For example, in a personal branding, you're building a brand, you're like, posting for them, you're writing the content. So, and people, many top personal brand agencies, they do it really well. They are able to box it. They're able to, like I wouldn't say contain, but like more like they're able to like give it a name and sell it to people. I think that's what is very important. And this also comes under offer creation. So you have to create your offer and then give it a label and slap it a name, and then you have to like promote it to people. So you can probably write it in your like heading also, because it should be that good, by the way. Anyway, coming to this problem, pinching the problem, your solution, and then the outcome. The outcome is I have been able to scale 10 times, or I have gotten my revenue up by 35%. Like from 30,000, it's 10 times, it's 3 lakhs. It sounds like girl. It is 3 lakhs. So this process, I'll explain why also we are doing this, is one problem. It starts with a problem always, because every story which starts with a problem. Of course, if you see the grand scale of things, it starts with a normal thing, then there is a problem, then the hero goes through something, then there is a solution, and then there is victory. So, but even if you see in a testimony, it's like a story. The person was having a really bad thing, and he did everything he can. He's sharing his pain, and he's making it relatable to the client. So there it is, the pinching the prom, which is a story, and he's going through the journey, and then he finds the treasure. The treasure, hence, is your product. Remember, the goal with your copy is not to make your product or your company the hero, rather the customer the hero. And how you do it is through story, and this is a way you can inculcate story in it. And there you say, like, okay, there you say this I mean, this is the product, this is the like, this is thing, this XYZ thing has changed my life. And finally, the result, the outcome, because without outcome, people are gonna like, why should I buy this? It kind of gives that why for people to buy, and it makes it like, easier to see things like, okay, if I buy this, it's probably that I'm gonna get this results, probably. By the way, it's not like some people give absurd promises. For example, uh, many traders, they tell that, look, you're gonna make a millions using, you're gonna make millions, not lose millions. You're gonna make millions by doing stock market trading, which isn't true, by the way. Of course, you can make, like, if you put millions, you will make millions. But if you are putting like Athanni Chavani and you are expecting like 100 rupee, then that doesn't make sense. Coming to my point, the thing is, don't promise anything, by the way. Guarantees and promises are different. I'll get to the guarantee next thing I was about to come. So make the thing possible for them, just give more proof. By the way, a key note here I want you to remember always, I have been saying this: humans are emotional beings. Buy with emotion first and then put a logic later. What you're doing is selling the emotion first and then putting the logic. The logic is these numbers and all of these social proofs. You have put the emotion already here, and in the ads, this is where emotion is. And like, probably, this is the proof of excuse me, this is the proof of the emotion. And then the rest of the landing page, I will just conclude here, is logic. Is the logic of why the person is like probably gonna take the action, or why probably this is not a really good pen, one second, yeah. Or why the person has to, make the decision today, now. Those come emotion and logic kind of thing. Yeah, I'll also get into urgency and scarcity in a minute. But yeah, that's how you structure a testimony, and then you put a name, real name, if possible. If not, it's okay. Just put first name and just the initial of the last name, and a photo. A photo is really important. By the way, many testimonies I have seen, it's just they tell something, and there is a annoying 5 star, and then there is the name. Where is the photo? Like, if actually a person has done it, you have to show proof that, okay, this person exists. You can go search him on Google or perhaps on Instagram, Facebook, somewhere. He is there, he has used this product, and he has been able to grow. That's why, getting testimonials is always difficult. And I've seen like companies who have started like recently, especially coaches who have just tried out, they get like so many testimonies. Getting testimonies is a good thing. And I've also wanted to have a structure for getting a testimony or a referral, because many people think that a customer is only tab tak is just that, okay, he's pays, we give him service. But I think customer is more than just that to a business. To a business, it's like a relationship which is going to be like a really long, probably. If you want to build such a business, then build relationships, not just businesses, rather than thinking about all that. Oh, let me do high ticket marketing. Let me do this. First, try to just understand the customer. If you are reaching out to low ticket people, as in like people who can't afford your product, and you are asking high ticket prices, that's unfair. If you have rich set of audience, and if you give them low prices, that is just pure stupidity. They'll question your product as to why it's so cheap. So if you see, why people pay expensive thing for expensive things, by the way, is because they cost normal. but they inflate the price and they do this amazing marketing and they just do a whoosh wash magic on you, and boom, that becomes a really expensive thing or a luxurious thing, which is just a plain t-shirt from Louis Vuitton. It's just the brand adds more value. You get the point. So first understand the customer, and then you can go on this high ticket journey, or I'm going to do mid ticketing, low ticketing, and this new offer out there. This is how the industry works. You can do those later. So coming back to all of that rant, and while I was at it, I mean, this landing page does not have a five-star thing. I think now it probably won't work. I want you guys to A/B test this, but like five stars in very few landing pages do work. Probably not in coaching and consulting agencies, because that wouldn't make sense. Because why would you give five stars to like an agency thing? It's not something you just buy right away. But five stars or many stars will work here. Just showing, by the way, I still have to not done with this. So five stars and probably will work in this. Like if you put it in the product page, it'll work great. So my bad. Coming back to this thing is five stars, and let me just get to the scarcity. And it's if I miss it, I'm sorry, because I'm just going on like I did not put notes for it. So yes, scarcity and urgency. Let's understand this, by the way. They are two different things. Scarcity and urgency is urgency. Scarcity, I'll put it here, and urgency, I'll just put it here. I don't know, like I'm using a mouse. I hope that works. But anyway, so what is scarcity, by the way? Scarcity is something of being in limit. So interestingly, many coaches, consultant and agencies assume that they can have infinite like potential. Like I too even used to think like if after I get five clients, I'm just gonna hire more people to do this. But no, that's not probably how it works. Like as I have like tried and I have made a lot of mistakes. So what I would put in a land, excuse me, what I would put in a landing page is. I wouldn't say scarcity per se, like, like many people are doing this fake scarcity where they're like, oh, only five seats left or something BS like that. The best way to put scarcity, especially nowadays, is actually like, there are like, you can set those like limits, and actually you can set those limits in like there are many tools. Like even I've heard that you can put set limits to even Razor Pay as to how many amounts you can get. Anyway, so what you can do is from the beginning of your market, you can tell that only I'm going to enroll only 200 for this one-to-many coaching program, or I'm going to enroll, let's say if you're a consultant, it's one-to-one, that's why I'm going to enroll only like 10 clients this month, something like that. Or if you're an agency, it's much lesser. You're going to enroll only five clients this quarter. That's what we do, by the way. So if you can do this and actually give a justified reason, it's not like it shouldn't be something illogical, as like that's how it is, like we've designed it in a certain way that it's just five seats, and not five seats, whether it's just 500 or 100 seats or even five seats at agency. That just doesn't make sense. I say five seats, it's because like we have limited resources as running an agency, and we want to give full focus to certain clients. Or you can add any logic to it, but basically making it scarce is like making it limited and not a fake limit. Don't do that, because you'll be get caught so fast, because of skepticism is being high in current generation, or like to call in the current present. So try to make real scarcity, but make it, because if it is not something which is very rare, people will not pay a good price, and people not gonna care about it again. Because if if you have a lot of it, then I can just buy it anytime later. Or if I can buy it in any quantity perhaps, or it's not gonna go away. That fear or FOMO is not being generated here. So coming back to urgency, not coming back, there's a second one. So urgency is where you're putting a time limit. For coaches, it's natural, because an event happens only on this certain date. So you'll have a booking time, or this is gonna happen after a certain time. So that is the urgency. So it's already embedded for coaches. For consultants, there are two ways I would do it. by actually telling them that only, uh, you can only book from this because this to this time, because after that, and we have to plan schedule, you have to do a lot of research, whatever. For example, some consultants do this cohort type of thing where they're only hiring like a cert, so not hiring, they're only getting like 5 to 10 clients per cohort. A cohort can be like a month, a quarter, or anything. For example, AVTV does this. Second, wait, my bad. Yeah. So this is the cohort, by the way, and what they do here is, one second. There's the so yeah, by the I'll just show it here. So if you see, like, these are the testimonials, pretty average, it's fine. You see they are cohort, they are done in different cohorts. There is cohort 1, cohort 2, cohort 3, and they do it in every, like, one second. They do it in every like 3 months, because the course is for 3 months, and let's say it's not a master class. One second. Yeah, if you're applying now for the editing cohort, you can get the details. I mean, of course, they're going to give this. Before it was a, my bad, it was a, what was that? Yeah, it was a Google sheet, and I think it's not there anymore. In that, it said that you are going to be put in a wait list, which is interesting, by the way. Wait lists work amazing because they are like you're waiting, you're letting someone wait throughout the process. Like, let's say if you have started a cohort and you're like in between month 1 and month 2, you can't just start another cohort, right? The person has to wait another 3 months to just get access to it. So if you are a coach or sorry, if you are a consultant, this is one of the best ways you can do it. Is you can do a wait list and also do these cohorts. This is one thing. Another bonus thing I'm going to add is just be direct about it. So if you book by this time, you're going to get a discount, and if you are late, it's going to cost you more. That's it, because time is urgency. As more people book, kind of case scarcity and urgency kind of go here together for consultants. As more people book, the cost is gonna go up, kind of logic. So yeah, so that one kind of works here. So these are like few things I could like explain right now on putting in a landing page, especially for a coach, consultant, and an agency. And the rest is going to be typical. And if you have like a really good template, I want you to, like, if possible, invest in a template. If not, there are many free templates you can use and apply. There are many tools you can use. There is swipe files, there is click funnels. Let me write this down. One second. And recently there is another company here in India. It's by Saurabh Bhatnagar. I don't remember the name of the company. Flexi Funnels, yes. Flexi Funnels. And so basically, my bad. For like, let's say you are an coach, consultant, or agency, these I currently remember, I don't remember many much. These are currently the ones which top agencies, top in not influencers, top coaches and consultants use. These work well. Oh, by the way, a bonus, if you are a consultant and you don't want to spend too much. Oh, by the way, this is for wait, this is for everybody. This Tag Mango, Graphy, and my bad, the Graphy, GRA, yes, Graphy. And there's another tool which I don't remember. But if you are especially a consultant, then I suggest you go with this one. This is my favorite tool, is TopMate. TopMate is basically, think of it like where every consultant is there, like almost. If you see like the top ones, and if you're just starting out, by the way, this is the best thing to go. They are almost free. Just take 10% of whatever you earn. So, and by the way, not sponsored, I'm not promoting or something. But this is what, like, I've seen like the top of the top like people use. And by the, like, I want to hire mentors in future. Like, I want to work with many people. So one of my few favorite mentors use this. Like, I don't want to take names, but yeah, like top influencer, not yeah, influencers and mentors use TopMate for one-to-one consultations. So coming back to the funnel, main funnel itself, if you have like Tag Mango, Graphy, or TopMate, the funnel's already dictated. So you just have to focus too much on the landing page. But if you are a coach and a agency, not a consultant, for consultant it's pretty easy. You book a one-to-one call, a booking appointment, and they just fill their contact form, and then it's done. So by the way, the reason I put the contact form first before the payment or like the booking page, whatever is let's say if a person is emotionally charged and he wants to like he wants to work with you guys and like he wants to go for it, I would first check his contact right away. If you see logically, because again you can try out different stuff also, I'm not forcing. If you take his contact already, you can again reach out to him. Hey, you are continuing this, why did you stop, or no stuff like that. And then you can add like a few questionnaire to get them more emotionally charged, as like to kind of confirm them, confirm them that they are the right fit for this. And if they are not right fit, the questionnaire will dictate. And if they are not right fit, you can do that. You can actually set it up in what is this? There are so many questionnaire tools. You can just set it up and it's done. And that's the simple contact page. Just keep it simple. And then you can send them to the booking page. I forgot to put it here, a booking page and a payment page. If they are doing one-to-one, or if you are an agency, then there is going to be a booking page and they'll book it right away. You can do it vice versa. And especially, by the way, if you are an agency, you can just use Calendly. Calendly works great. So that's one thing. Yeah, so there will be a contact page, and then they book a appointment, or reverse. Some people book appointment and then they fill their contact, and then the payment page if they want to do any kind of payment. And then this is only for, by the way, not everyone do it. This is only for coaches and consultants, by the way. Agencies, stay away from this. Because I'll tell you why. Uh, First of all, let me tell you what a upsell, downsell, and a cross sell page is. One second. So, upsell page is basically, let's say they have bought something. Let's say they have bought a consultation one-to-one, 1 hour. What you can do them is upsell them to another consultation, which is which is possible. Or like some people might have different options. For example, one coach which I like look up to has like this 30-minute one, and another one is a 50-minute one. So the 30-minute one, if you get the 30-minute one, what I would do is make a upsell. Hey, why not you just get the 50-minute one, because it's like cheaper per minute compared to the 30-minute one. Then people are more likely to, they are not gonna for sure, they are more likely to like will take the buy the upsell. Like, yeah, it would be absolutely worth it for me to spend a few more minutes. Sorry, guys, to spend a few more minutes with my mentor, or like the person whoever it is. And number two is the downsell. The downsell is basically the one which is opposite of upsell. Downsell usually isn't done nowadays, but when you can do a downsell is, let's say there is a 30-minute call and the person refuses the upsell, like they don't know the 1 minute. You can downsell them to something simple as like a template. You want to buy a template, perhaps you want to buy something like which is really tiny. It's like low effort because they have already given their payment. It's like it's just a yes, and they can just add it to the payment later. And lastly is a cross sell. So basically, cross sell is like something which is an add on to that. Usually, what coaches and consultants do is, by the this whole page is not for agencies. I'm repeating that again. What coaches and consultants do is, number one, they 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 have a coach like the main product. With that, they sell the worksheet. Or I have seen like some coaches do, they sell the recording also separately, which is kind of intelligent. If you see, many people want recording of the product. But coming back to this, anything which will go great with the main product is a cross sell. Coaches, consultants, try this out. It's gonna be amazing. But what I would suggest in India, by the this is for universally, that's why I'm speaking English. So what you can do is, in India, what you have to do is first put the, if there is a upsell, downsell, cross sell page, first put that, and then put the payment page. Reason I say this is because when they do the payment, they just want a confirmation that the payment is done. And especially with Razorpay, because payment has become so easy, you don't wanna add stuff later. It's annoying because America the payment works different because they put in their credit cards, right? So when they put their credit cards in, if they also add another thing, it just cuts out from their credit card or the debit card, which is totally fine. But in India, that does not how it works. There is UPIs. So what you have to do is you have to get the upsell cross sell before the payment page, and then they pay, and then finally thank you. So in the thank you page, you can just many people do this, which is okay. What people do is they show other products. They show other products to their customers. Like for example, like you wanna check out this worksheet, you wanna check out this. Yo, I recently made a webinar. You wanna check that out too. So kind of like these extra stuff, so you can upsell at the end, which is totally fine because some people would actually wanna buy. But make it clear that this is a thank you page. This is like confirmation that they bought this product and it's done. So, of course, not everything is all fairy and good. Like, if he's gonna come to the landing page, oh, he's gonna give his contact form, he's gonna give his payment. That's not how it's gonna happen. So, if you thought that was gonna happen, then you're missing out on a lot. So, why did I make these yellow, pink pages? Sorry, pink lines. Let me explain. The blue lines are nothing but retargeting ads. The pink lines are nothing but email and WhatsApp reach outs. So, hear me out. So, what you can do is if you have set the pixels right on your landing page, you can, if they leave this landing page, you can retarget them with another ad. There is a whole marketing ad strategy again. And if they fill out their contact form and then they leave their page, or before they filling out they leave the page, then there is another pixel for it and you can do a different type of retargeting ad. But if they fill, from then on you have the control of the booking. You can uh, one second guys, my bad. Yeah, I think I'm probably missed out a few things, but yeah, sure. Yeah, so one thing, where was I? Yes, so the contact us form. So in this form, let's say they fill the form. Yes, I was there. Thank you. So if I was there on the, like if I filled it and I did not go to the next page, or probably did not properly book the thing, but I have filled the contact form, you can just send them email or WhatsApp like, hey, what happened? You filled your form. Do you want to complete it or not? You get those all those strategies we discussed in the previous one, which I want you to guys check it out. Yeah, so that one. So it's the same with payment page. You can use this data and put it into retargeting. Yes, you can actually take data sets if you have like a lot of huge data set, put it to go to Facebook or Google, custom audience, make a lookalike audience perhaps, and just run ads to them. That's retargeting. That's the simple definition of retargeting. By the way, it's way more complex. That's how my ads guy has explained me how to do this, and also the like the mentor which I wanted to get to podcast. But anyway, coming back, or if uh, and by the way, this is not a or thing, you want to put that data to retargeting and also send them email, a different type of email if they leave the payment page, and a different type of email if they leave the upsell or the cross sell page, and a different type of mail. I mean, of course, you don't have to send a different type of mail. It's just a thank you. Just send a confirmation mail, and you will have this booking and anything. Don't try to sell too much for them, because if they have given you your mail, they are technically a part of your email newsletter, which is a good thing. And in email newsletter, you're not just selling, you're giving them value and then asking if you'd wanna try something new, so you can sell them many things in the future. But anyway, so that's why you use email and WhatsApp. It's gonna, like, you to get that extra conversion. I wouldn't say extra, but it's rather people who have just forgotten, you don't want to leave gaps, silly gaps, especially. Like I've like seen, like, because my clients are business owners, they are super busy. They tend to forget things. So I try to keep this as tight knit as possible. For example, I once had to let go of a client because they were already busy, first of all, and this is embarrassing. They were already busy, and on top of that, I forgot to follow up. Yeah, I know. Now I have a whole Excel sheet, I have all those systems set. But before I used to like forget to follow up people, like, they used to tell me to call after 6. And after 6, like, I usually do different things. Like, I edit my videos and I keep, I focus on more content and I tend to forget to call them. So yeah, my regrets like all right here. So that's one thing. So that's why I want you to not make silly mistakes. That's one main thing. While this is the funnel for coaches, consultant, institutions, sorry, not institutions, for agencies, people who want, like, to like get appointment. For example, let's say you are a not even none of these are book coaches consult agency. You're selling some type of service which does not require much effort. Like it's a simple service, yeah. It's like a different type of webinar. You're not a coach, by the way. You're selling a AI webinar, even though you're not a coach. You're doing a AI webinar, or you're an app which is doing a webinar to teach people how this works. You can use the same funnel too. So you get my point. So it is for people who wanna actually use, and that's how that one is. Now coming to the second funnel, this is going to be super short because it's pretty easy. Is the luxury slash e-commerce funnel. Like the reason I put luxury is just I like the feel of it, and I'm helping a lot of luxury brands also too because that's kind of interested in. It's kind of the fun thing to do right now. So it's simple. You run ads, and before let us I want you to guys to run ads to the product page, by the way. And if you are doing brand awareness campaigns, then direct the audience any niche you are in. If you are doing brand awareness campaigns, I want you to retarget them to your social media page. Many people do this mistake. I have seen they do their brand awareness and they put it to their website. At least, it makes sense if you're a big brand and you have a landing page just for brand awareness, that's a whole nother thing. But if you are a beginner and you're just starting out, please send them to your not to your home page or your product page. Send them to your Instagram, Facebook, wherever you're running ads. Even if it's YouTube, send them to YouTube. Do it there. And or perhaps if you have a if you have a dedicated landing page or a home page which just is for brand awareness, go for it. But I'm assuming you're not that expert if you're watching this video. So I suggest first send them there because it's a better way to calculate. So for example, if you are running ads and you're getting them, people who are interested are gonna of course watch your content. Not only that, it fulfills the purpose. See, if you are doing brand awareness, it's not going to be through just one ad. A client is not going to watch an ad and they're like, oh, this brand exists. No, that they're going to scroll past that ad perhaps. But if they were to click, if they click on your Instagram, Facebook, and they see this amazing content you guys are producing, they are more likely to follow you. And if they follow you, become an integral part of their life. Not a huge part, but little enough to be in their brain, like a real estate in their brain. And once you take up that real estate, all you do is expand. You share them ads. Hey, check out this product. And basically, if they come to your Instagram page, you can just take the data and I mean, not retargeting. You can just do a custom audience and then do a lookalike audience and then just run paid ads or direct conversion ads, which will work actually. More details on that on another thing. So yeah, so that's what brand awareness are for. But this is for the conversion. When I mean ads, this is for the conversion ones. So for conversion ones, you directly take them to the product page. But if you are running Google ads, that's a whole other story. But then they come to your home page, of course, which is like totally fine. This is a random website. I just searched a sample website and they showed me this. So yes, the first thing I suggest you guys have is pop-ups. Pop-ups are underrated. If you're on Shopify, you can just get them for free. They are 100% worth it. And what else? Yes, they are amazing. I mean, I'll explain you why, by the way. Pop-ups are something. It's a literal invitation for people to give their emails, contact numbers. And so there are two types, by the way. The first one is like the gambling, is what I like to call. Of course, it's not gambling. 1 second. So it's not just like a gambling thing. So people actually they give you their email for a coupon code perhaps for something which is fastly transacted. Or even if you are like a not a e-commerce one and people are coming to your website, you can use this kind of thing to like let's say give a lead magnet or invite them to your email newsletter. So that's what you can use this type of pop-up for. But it is mainly to collect email and phone number. Again, they are gonna probably ignore it. I think you haven't seen this, but there is like a big cross here. And yeah, most people will probably 1 second. Most people will probably just I won't say like totally ignore it, but people don't want to give away their mails for nothing. But I've seen like some companies, for example, if you check out Woody.com, they do like amazing like a pop-up. Like it's not just like this tiny pop-up, by the way, it just takes up your whole screen. Let me show you this. My favorite, it's on. Oh, it's still here. Woody. Yeah, Woody is here. Yes. Yeah. So like you're just normally here, and let's say you're about to quit. I think I don't remember when this pop-up's gonna come, but yeah. Uh, but like while the pop-up is gonna come, I think they have changed it probably. But usually, like if the pop-up comes out, it just takes up your whole screen. By the way, oh, I think it's still loading. I'm so sorry. Yeah. So the thing totally takes your screen away. And what they have, the offer for giving their mail is something like they give discounts right away, so which is a good thing. But what many people do is they give discounts which are like already applied. That does not make sense. uh, Again, it's optional. Again, this is again contextual, by the way. And you are like, but Aditya, I also give away discounts. It's okay, you can do that. You can give away the email discounts also. Again, it's contextual. Here I was talking about certain types of brands. So I says you just ignore that advice, because it might not be applicable to you. So coming back, so that kind of transaction, and another way many companies do is a quiz type. So there is a pop-up which people are usually confused. They don't know which product to buy. Then you pop this, put the pop-up out. Hey, do you want to? By the way, these are exemplary, not the real ones. So you ask them like, do you want to know which makeup is right for you? So if you know KW Beauty, uh, Kim Kardashian's previous company, which is now currently unavailable, it had the best funnel. It was There was a quiz. There was an actual quiz, uh, which says like this skincare product is for you. You have to answer that quiz out, and after answering, it will give you like a specific, like, okay, buy this product kind of thing. But before it reveals you the product, you have to give you your email and name to it. This is kind of smart. I'm not gonna lie. It's really smart. So yeah, that's what I think. That's a really good pop-up to get emails, and they are actually interestingly more convertible than these discounts, because discounts are like salesy. That means if you are giving a discount, you're subconsciously telling people that you want them to buy from you, which isn't a good thing. And people know that, by the name of discount, you're gonna spam them with email. Don't do that, by the way. So that's what I suggest you put in your emails. One second. Oh, yes. You guys have to give me a second. Sorry for the awkwardness. I actually forgot to put the charger on my laptop. It's a laptop. It's a portable thing, not a real one. But coming to this, oh, I forgot one second. Yeah, yes, I'll put it here. Yes. So yes, the few things which in the homepage. Yes, the main thing was pop-ups and have amazing products. Yes, that's I don't know why I put it there, but yes, have really amazing products. So, a few things on product pages for this one. Of course, this is like a typical Shopify page, so I did not put much effort into this. So, what I want you to do is, if you are an e-commerce guy, thank you for watching it for this long. And if you have like a product which is like a premium product, what I want you to do is put more content. Like if you see phones, I'll show you a iPhone landing page. It's really huge, right? Like, you know what I mean, right? So I want you to put as much as selling points as possible, not too much, but it's seeming pretty good. That's why I've written like more content oriented towards storytelling. So that's what Apple does, right? And storytelling doesn't mean once upon a time. We don't go that kind of logic. It's more pretty simple where you are just telling, okay, this is how we started out, this is how it's going, this is what this product will mean to you. By the way, don't make the story about your product, make the story about your customer. The story of the product is just there for to kind of, I would say, seal the deal kind of thing. Yeah, so it's there for like how do I put this? It's there for just to kind of give them the why to buy, the emotional reason. So that's it. Yes, so that's one. Yeah, reviews. By the way, I was talking about the 5 stars. So what many companies don't do, it's I think yeah, it's not even here. Is what I would suggest is put a 5 star rating here. 100% worth it. And don't put 5 stars right away, as in like put actual reviews of people and incentivize people to leave a review on your website or on your Amazon page. Some people what they do, and it is totally fine if you're starting out, is direct people from your ads to your Amazon page. Really smart, really intelligent, because when you're starting out you're not a expert when it comes to like converting people. And even big brands, if you see they are selling products, they usually direct to Amazon, because Amazon is like it's a good, people already trust that site and they're more likely to buy from the same place again and again. So coming back, excuse me, is one of the another things which is optional. You can go ahead, and many companies are doing this right now, is go with UGC ads. So what are UGC ads? Sorry, not UGC videos, not ads. You can do ads later. So UGC videos are videos basically. excuse UGC videos are videos basically. You, not you. It can be you. Some founders do it too. There are many people who have actually used the product and are sharing their review. It's that simple. Or some micro influencers are sharing their review. And you can put those videos here, and it's going to be like a really good convincing point. Yeah. By the way, one more mistake I've just noticed in this thing is there are no, probably there is, but below there are no upsells and cross sells. I want you guys to have like a few upsells, cross sells down there, as in like people also buy kind of thing. Another thing is, don't keep the description like in some corner. If there are details, sure, go with, just put it in the corner. But if you want to talk more about the product, the story, use as much as real estate as possible. Use grab as much attention as possible, convince as much as possible. Don't go overboard, by the way, again. That's another issue, like also in a different way. And have reviews, of course. And one more thing, it's my bad. One more thing is, I think it's not here, but some people put add-ons. If it works for you, go ahead for it. For example, let's say you are selling fashion, you are in fashion industry, and you also happen to sell with clothing, you also happen to sell socks, or some tiny add-ons which people can add. What you do is, once people add to cart or they are gonna buy it now, you can just tell them like, hey, would you want to also get the socks? Would you also want to get the, some extra things which you would like? Then people are more likely to buy it. So add-ons really work. You can just add it to the cart page, or you can just add it here in the product page. Many few people, like for example, if I go to the Shopify, this is my favorite, by the way. Yeah, this is the pop-up. Before it was like a full screen. I think they have changed it. My bad. Yeah, Shopify Teams. Yes. Like, by the way, this is my favorite. I want to show it to you. Is paper. Is paper is my favorite theme. It's made by Indian company. I'll just open this in a wait here. Oh, view demo. Yes. Okay. It's really taking a really long time. But while that is loading, so let me guess back to it. So what the theme does is, there are so many add-ons in that theme. You can just take that theme and apply it, but it's really expensive. Do it with your own risk. But it's a really good theme. Trust me, it's worth your money, is what I think. Again, coming back to this, what you can do in cart page different is, I forgot to put it back there. is upsells and cross sells. Many people don't do their cart page. If I go to a simple e-commerce store, they usually don't have the like the sale. It's just the typical Shopify add to cart. Oh, sorry, the typical Shopify cart, and they just go with it. So few things which I would add is one is sell cross sell thing, of course, which I'm gonna get to. Number two is faster payments. There are a few options, of course, with Razor Pay and all of this. I want you guys to use faster payment options because it's easier for the customer to buy from you, and it's easier for like not just customer, it's just faster transaction for you. That means you'll just get more conversions, which is a good thing because UPI nowadays is so fast. You open your phone, you just tap in the password, you scan the QR, you type in the password again, and you send it. That's it. It's going to be that easy for them. Coming back to the upsells and the upsells and cross sells. Upsells and cross sells in a cart might sound absurd, but they work. If you like show them like, hey, you bought this set, this quad set, why not just go with another colors? Like, these are a few colors you can try out. It's gonna be amazing. And as you already know their size in the previous one, they're gonna select medium. Let's say my size is medium. Just saying that, if you say anyone wants to send me some gifts. So my size, medium, and if I add that to cart, it is easier for people to add, just press add button and they'll just add another set of clothes or another cord set. It makes it so much easier. One second, I think it's here. Yes, it's here. I'll just open it here. Yeah. So I'll just show you this and you'll like it. Just trust me. So one second. Sure. Oh yes. So let's say if I go to this page, this if you see, like, the reason I like this is it has everything except for the description is just here. The images are set good. I like, you see, such things. I would just add more such pages. My bad. Yeah, I would add more such pages where there are just more options. And if you see, if this button goes away, boom, it comes here. And this is the add-ons I was talking about, pairs well with, and you can just add them to the cart. And the color options are pretty awesome. Again, this is not a promotion kind of thing, and it shows how many are in stock. Remember the urgency scarcity thing I was talking about? That's one thing. And this in itself, it's like a really good. You can change the colors and all of that. But anyway, so this is one thing. And again, this is my favorite part. You add to cart. Look, I'll explain you all the things in a minute. So one is this gamification of buying more. See, where there is a bar, of course, it's just one bar. You can add a few more details. There is a bar where you are telling customers, like, okay, step one, if you get like $59 worth of stuff, you'll get free shipping. I mean, of course, this is a full all the way through free shipping. You can get, if you spend another XYZ amount, you'll get a free pair of socks if you're a fashion brand or something. You can just gamify it, and if you like, let's say if I add something, for example, this is the sticker pads and then the carry-on pin things. Let me just get to heck to with it. Oh, boom. Oh, wait, it's not yet there. One second. Wait, let me just add all of it. Yeah. Now you unlock free shipping kind of thing. It's kind of like, people, it's easier for people to digest what's happening there. So that's one thing. And it's made easier. My bad. Yeah. So it's made easier for people to like buy stuff here. And then there are like the add-ons which I was talking about. You can just keep those add-ons. This is just not a real thing. And then when people check out, of course, this is like a typical checkout. What you can do on top of this is add stuff like the Razor Pay, the Shopify, the Phone Pay, the Google Pay, the UPI setups, and people can easily pay through this. So that's what I like, that's what many companies call as the speed checkout. So basically, where customers are just going in fast and they're just buying things out. So I've written all of them here: the progress bar, the gamification, the upsell, cross sells, the add-ons, and then the gift cards. The gift card is just another add-on. It's just a good way you can make money because if someone is buying a gift card, that means they're probably likely to come again. Even if it's like a $10 loss, if it is guaranteed the other customer is going to come back, That's good business. So kind of like that. Again, by the way, this is not like you're losing $10. It's kind of like a credit card, not I mean a debit card. They put some money in your account and they can later transact it. It's just like it's a benefit for you in like in the long run itself. In $10 in America is usually the price to acquire a new customer. So if your average order value is pretty high, then that's absolutely worth it. So kind of that logic. And then it's a typical thank you page once they do the payment. You give them the order details. Don't forget this. Don't be too salesy. And no, you give them the order details and you do it, and that's it done. And from then on, they're probably the email marketing and vagera vagera. Oh, by the way, I forgot to change this. What I did was I wanted to share the email and WhatsApp later. So I have written the mails are coming below, which I already discussed in the previous live. You can check it out in live too. So and yeah, that's the thing. So basically, this is the whole funnel. And it's the blue red lines are same for the whole thing. It's gonna be same here too. People are gonna, it's like let's say they leave the product page because you're running ads. If they leave the product page, retargeting. If they leave the cart page, retargeting. If they leave the payment page, they probably did not given the, I mean, if you're doing fast checkout, see the difference between normal checkout and fast checkout, let me be honest. The normal checkout is there first where they fill their details and then they do the payment. The fast checkout is first they do the payment and then they do the difficult part, which is writing out their name, the details and everything. So coming back, so if you are doing fast checkout and they are on the payment page, then that's when you can start doing the email marketing. And before that you just keep retargeting. Even after that you just can go with the retargeting thing. Yeah, so but for the most of the things, this is like after you just they have done the transaction with you, I would let a cool down period because they have just bought it, and then do the same thing. Now, coming to the cart funnel, I know it wasn't much this thing, but that's what it is. There are just a few precautions, and the rest. I think if you have a typical Shopify page, then you can just put a few add-ons, and you're as good as to go. But if you want to go all in, then I suggest the paper theme, which was in Shopify. You can check that out. If you're in WooCommerce or WordPress, then it's good. There are also a few templates. Just get started with that. Don't overthink it. And if you want to really overthink the design, then look at what top brands are doing. I learned this from one of my previous clients, actually kind of like a mentor. She helped me out really lot. I was like kind of confusing between what design to choose. I was doing internship, so I don't know what design to choose, and she just mentioned why not just look at another brands how they are doing and just model them, not copy exactly, but model what they are doing. I was like, oh, makes more sense. Kind of like that. So this is my favorite funnel. No one is using this. Back in dropshipping days, people used to use this, and I think even I don't use this. I just want to share it. I think it will probably work. This is exactly as this funnel, but it's just too direct. So think of it like this: you are promoting one product and that product has a special offer. So like let's say you're just doing only that, like let's say you're selling just shoes and that's the shoes itself. And then there is a payment page. For this is for international, by the way. Now it's UPI. So what you do is you can do the add-ons and then upsell, and then you do the payment and then thank you. Can I get it? So the payment kind of happens over here. Sorry, my bad. So the payment, my bad. Yeah, the payment kind of happens over here. So why people do this? Why people used to do this? Before it wasn't the UPI trend, and people first gave their credit card payments. They punched their credit card details, and then they put their delivery and the rest of the things. Or basically, they first do the payment, and then what marketers do is they add a upsell so that they can get the most out of it. So yes, coming back to this. So the landing page is basically selling one product. The only difference between the product page and this landing page is it wouldn't have a navigation bar, or it's a landing page just for it, kind of like Apple. typically mixes both of these. So basically, my e-commerce funnel is also a mix of this and a normal typical e-commerce funnel. But this is like, more optimized for sales. I did that. But anyway, if you want to try this out, this is just an idea. And before it was crazy. Now people didn't do it because of the UPI kind of thing, but I think it will work even after the UPI. Coming back to it, so this is the landing page, and then it is like it isn't a card. There is no card because it's only one product, right? Then you bump them. So like instead of buying one pair, if you buy two pairs, there is going to be discount. If you buy three pairs, it's going to be a much more discount. So kind of like that. If you are a company which sells FMCG, if you're a company which sells like typical day-to-day products, then I suggest instead of just selling them one, you can upsell them two, three, four of the same product, and it will work 100%. Anyway, coming back to this, so that's what I suggest you do also. If you're like in this funnel also, I suggest like even here, like people here put quantity. Instead of that, you can just clearly mention them: product one, product two, product three, product four. Or you can try subscriptions. Again, subscriptions are a whole complex thing. Only do it if you have the capability for it. If not, then leave it because it's an international thing. Don't overthink it. That's why I did not mention in this one. So yes, yeah, here we are at the upsells like buy one, buy two, buy three, and buy four. There are different prices for each of them. So yeah, that's one best thing you can do. And after that, what you do is you can just add a pop-up, like kind of like it's like a pop-up kind of thing. And once they like they want to buy, they press buy now, and they get one upsell. Hey, do you want to try this one also? And then the upsell too. Hey, you want to add this product also? Or some people, what they do is they even sell the shoes again and again. Yes, it actually works. Many people will be like, oh, many people will be annoyed. It's not like that. I have seen it work. People like even Russell Brunson has shown data in his .com secrets back in the day. Again, this is completely new. I want you to test things out. So you can just add upsells and downsells, and it works really well. And then finally, there is a thank you, and all the purchase details. Be clear, by the way. Some people, what they do, they don't give them much order details. Like, hey, you bought it, good. Now buy more products. That kind of ruins trust for people. Anyway, so the last thing you can do is just be clear. Just give them the details, and then you can just show them other products. Hey, you want to try these out too? So kind of like that. So usually here is where they're gonna do a payment. Here is where they're gonna do a payment because of the UPI thing. But the rest is gonna be the same. And if you can, I suggest you try this out, and it works really, really well. So coming to my last, not really complex, it's explainable, and not but not the least also. Last, not the least, is the real estate insurance, or anything you are selling which is complex, which is expensive, which has a lot of subscriptions, and like there are so many steps to selling it. Even a credit card, real estate insurance, credit card, or something like mutual funds. Yes, people do sell mutual funds online, which is crazy. Or if you're selling LIC, all these stuffs which are like kind of a little bit complex for the customer, then this is how you do it. So it's the same as before. It's a landing page. The only difference is the landing page here will be pretty huge with nice details and easily explaining the customer what it is about. And when they click the when they continue, what you do is first qualify them. If you are India, if you can do either of those. Either you first take their contact page, which is not necessary nowadays because I don't know why we would do that. But first, make a big questionnaire. Hear me out. Some people are like, Aditya, the more questions you add, the more friction you are adding. Yes. See, the main goal of a real estate or, these complex product is you have to qualify your customer. It's a luxury to have these products. It's a luxury to buy a home. It's a luxury to, even like get a credit card for real. People have to have like certain score to get like, those expensive Amex cards also. So what I would do is start with a huge questionnaire and ask like minimum of 5 questions. Like 5 questions is not a big deal. Like 5 to 10 questions, go for it. try to qualify your customers. Many real estate people, I've seen that, they say that we are running ads, but we are getting low quality customers. Yes, because you're not qualifying them. So if you qualify your products, sorry, your clients or prospects, and like, you tell them it's clearly not for certain set of people, and it's clearly for the people of this set, and this is for you. Qualifying actually acts like one step closer to, buying, or it also in a way acts like a social proof, where people are like, oh, he's asking questions, that means he must be smart, kind of that logic. And then you can add the contact page or vice versa, however you want to go it, try it out, or some products just come in default in a way, so you can just do that. And then if you're doing like a free show, let's say if it's a real estate and you wanna just do a showcase, if you are like doing a mid project, let's say it's not a luxury apartment villa kind of thing, it's just a normal villas, but they are expensive, then you can just directly bypass all this and go for the, booking page, where they book a one-to-one, or perhaps book the sightseeing, and they are gonna tell when they are gonna join, and then they do thank you, and then that's it. But if it's a luxury, like I'm talking about, insurance also comes in this part. What I suggest, which is strange, and you have to also mention this in the landing page, is take money from them. Hear me out. The reason I say you guys to take money is that it might like sound rude or something, but is to qualify, in a way, qualify people. See, if your customer is unable to spend like 1,000 rupee, or like it's a expensive thing, so it's person is unable to like pay 1,000 rupee to book, let's say, a concierge, or to book a one-to-one meeting with you, then that's not a qualified customer. Let's be honest. If he's not able to pay XYZ amount, then he'll probably not able to pay a lot in future also. So what I suggest is, if you are like, luxury, by the way, this is not for typical, like let's say if you're selling normal insurance, life insurance to many people, then don't take for the payment. But it's luxury, take the payment. And then if it's actually luxury, let them choose what kind of plan they have. So I mean, of course, this is the New Yorker, doesn't have to do anything with this. So what I suggest is, instead of this, for example, let's say you're doing a Amex. Let's say if I was Amex and I was selling the gold, silver, and platinum cards, what I would do is, point one is silver, and point two is gold, and the last one is platinum. So you can just let them select what it is. It's not actually upsell downsell page. I don't know why I read this, but let them like choose what they are gonna do, and with that, then they can book a one-to-one, perhaps, they can book anything. They have to do something, they have to take action, they have to, what do you say, you have to make a decision. So what is a decision? Decision means is to cut off from all the other things. So decision here might be, I'm gonna block 1 hour or 30 minutes with this person to discuss about my future, my real estate future, my life insurance future, or my credit card future. So that's what I was gonna do here. Excuse me. And once the payment is done, once the payment is finalized, this is for luxury again. You can just tell them thank you. You can just book the meeting, or join us later. Whatever, you get the point, and then it's done. I mean, of course, this is if it's perfect. And if they are not doing any payment, take the questionnaire, let them fill the form, and let them book a meeting, and then done. You can do that also, because appointments, see, people assume like, come on, Aditya, it's India, no one's gonna book appointments. You are really wrong. First of all, if you're going to a dentist who is considered a really important person, or a doctor, you are booking an appointment. If you're going to a real estate guy, you are booking an appointment. If you're going to, let's say, if you're going to something other important, let's say you're going to an event, you still have to book your bloody seat. So it's the same. What I suggest is, uh, make it exclusive. If you are selling luxury, if you're selling something important in their life, make it feel important for them. And one of the way is to make them book. So again, it's the rest of it is typical. Until the contact form, it can be here, or it can be wherever it is. I'm just gonna do this kind of like a Google Map location thing. One second here. I mean, it's not clear, but yeah, let me draw a little. Yes. So just what you can do is before, until the contact page, you're gonna do retargeting, because if they, by the way, pixels work crazy. If you don't know how pixels work, they track every step of your customer, and the better pixels, not more. Don't try to add too many pixels, but the correct set of pixels you add, the more data you're gonna get. So yeah, so retargeting throughout, of course, there are different types of ads for different set of audiences. And then what you can do is like send out emails as soon as they give the payments, because so not payment, my bad, as soon as they give out their information. So you're gonna send them mails, 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 and mails. So yeah. By the way, there will be different set of emails. For example, if they leave without doing the questionnaire, ask them, tell them like, why did you leave, do the marketing thing. And then if they leave, if you are premium, if they leave before doing the payment, send an elegant email, because it's luxury. Send an elegant email as to like, you missed out on this. No, first of all, don't be desperate in your emails. That's one thing. If you're luxury, just tell them you forgot to do it, kind of like that, and then just leave. If they don't do it, don't overthink it. So they're already in your newsletter, because that's why. And then if they choose and they're done with it, then for these, by the way, I forgot, for this and this, both are same. Both the marketing is going to be email and WhatsApp is going to be same. And if they have given you your number, one more thing, what I suggest is don't go with WhatsApp. What I suggest is you do is go with set up call. That's the best thing you can do. Or one more thing, what you can do is you can give your number here. Let's say +91 XX something. I'm not gonna basically. So whatever your number is, just put it in your thank you page so that they will call you. So what happens is, it's common sense. If customer calls you, he's more likely to buy rather than you calling him. Like how many times have you seen that, whenever you call someone, they're just annoyed. They're like, doing something and you call them. You don't know what's gonna happen. But when they call at their time, they don't care what's happening with you, but you are going to make a sale, right? So it's just more likely that when they are ready, they are primed, okay, they are in their buying state, they are more likely to buy from you, because they are the ones calling you. So that's the logic. So let them call you, and if they don't, you can call them back. If you have already set a meeting with them, great. And especially if it's a corporate, if you're doing corporate insurance, best thing to do, always set a meeting, because if you see corporate how it works, they have Slack, see their world. And again, some people are like, Aditya, do I have to do online appointment, offline appointment, or do I use Calendly or whatnot? Use the things which your customer is using, do the things which your customer is used to. So what I mean, let's say for insurance, they're used to having someone offline, then go, let them book you as a person to go to their office. So they can drop their details, their company, and you can research and you can tell them that if they are qualified or not, excuse me, if they are qualified or not for this product. And yes, if they are qualified, you can reach out to them at their pick date. Everything, like it should make them feel like they have the control, but you still will have the control, because all the back end thing which is happening, which is like kind of like a genius to me. And that is the end of this live session, and all the live sessions where I explain funnels in this strangely, all my live sessions are usually around the 1 hour 20-minute mark. So was this one. I was able to cover, like, we are able to cover three funnels for so many industries, because mostly all the funnels are same. So what I want you to do is, of course, no one was in the live today, but it's okay. So the uh, whoever is watching this in the recorded, I want you to go ahead, whatever funnel you are. I want you to apply these principles and try them out, and let me know in the comment what they are. Thank you so much. See you on the flip side. Success is in your hands, and keep winning. Thank you.